What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is going to be a short one today, but I figured we'd cover it anyway. It is the next episode in our series. Taking a look at Nuketown today. Now, just to be upfront, I don't have very many memories on this map because I never really cared for Nuketown too much in the first place, let alone the zombies map. But I have played it a couple times, so I still thought it was worth going over. So let's hop into Nuketown, guys.
I finally graduated. I finally graduated high school. It's fucking over.
Let's take a look at this.
You know,
Let's take a look at this resolution. Hold on. It says we're in 1080p, but it definitely doesn't look that way. Okay, here we go. All right.
it really is bittersweet. 75% of me is super stoked I don't have to go into school anymore and deal with all of the homework
Tim.
and all of these AP
Congratulations on
classes bending me
graduating high
over and
school.
having their way with me. I can just go home, focus on my YouTube channel and my own personal life, and just enjoy my summer now until college.
baby.
Like 25% of me is super sad because high school
Nice.
was an adventure full of people and memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Please.
That's right. Leave a like if you're in high school. Leave a like if you're in high school. High school is some good times. Whether you're going through it right now, it might not be that great if you're going through it right now, but believe me, and it's so cliche, these are the glory days. So live them to their fullest, guys. Leave a like if you're in high school.
If you're in high school or about to be in high school, please don't take it for granted. It kind of sucks a lot of times, but I really do recommend just enjoying it while it lasts. These 4 years were the craziest of my life. I'm certainly gonna miss it a little bit, but for the most part, I'm relieved. I can enjoy my summer until I go to community college for 2 years. I'm gonna take general
That's right,
studies,
guys.
then I'm gonna transfer out after those 2 years, get a bachelor's in broadcasting and communication, and hopefully have my own radio show one day. That is the plan for all of you guys who were wondering what I'm doing after.
Having a dream, having a goal, that's important too, guys. So when you're coming out of high school, you don't exactly have to know what you want to do. Hell, I still don't even know what I want to do, and I'm 28, something like that. So, I mean, but having a plan, that's always good too. And it's funny how, he pretty much said the same thing after me. Don't take those days for granted, guys. High school really is some of the best days of your life, for real.
After high school, I'm going to be doing college and YouTube, and I'll just see where life takes me at that point. These 2 years in community college are going to give me some time to think about what I want to do with my career in case I change my mind, but right now I have my mind set on having my own radio show one day, or podcast, or whatever it is. I can't predict the future, but hopefully everything goes according to plan. Guys, welcome back to another video. I am going to be uploading more often now because I don't have to worry about graduating and rehearsing for it. I'm finally free.
I'll try my best to follow in those footsteps. I'll try to upload more often. We'll see. I don't know. My time's kind of weird.
I do have a lot of personal things going on in my life as well, so I'm trying to juggle everything. But welcome to the Nuketown analysis video. In the last episode,
analysis.
I Transit. And Transit was a far more interesting map to tackle. Nuketown is a bonus map. For an additional $5 at launch, you could experience the all-time classic multiplayer map, Nuketown, with a zombies twist. Instead of rushing,
$5 ain't bad. I remember back in the day to get all my DLC and my, Microsoft points and all of that stuff back in the Xbox 360 days. I was mowing lawns during the summer, for like $20-$30 a pop. So but it was just the neighbors' lawns. Wasn't making much, but there's a gas station right down the road that I could walk to, get my Microsoft points, purchase my DLC. Man, telling you, the glory days. I'm telling you guys, I'm not lying.
around the map with an SMG taking out other soldiers, you can now fight the undead, which was a very cool twist, albeit very unoriginal since Nuketown has been done so many times in so many different games, but it was cool. Nuketown Zombies is interesting. I sat down for a while and thought about it. I played it a couple of times. I slept on it, and I still couldn't figure out what this analysis was going to be. What does Nuketown Zombies bring to the table that no other Zombies map brings to the table?
Yeah, what does Nuketown Zombies mean to us? I don't know. It's kind of a weird one, like you just said. It's kind of a weird one to talk about, kind of a weird one to cover because it's just so such an oddball map. You know what I mean? For that extra $5.
There isn't much. It's a very primitive map, and it's not like it's the first map ever or the second map ever like some of those World at War maps. This map was in Black Ops 2, far into the progression of zombies, so it's not like Treyarch didn't have a concept for it. It was just a basic concept, a small multiplayer map that we had already seen in the past, remastered. That's really it. It didn't have an extravagant storyline. Yes, Marlton can be discovered within the bunker on this map, therefore having ties with the Victor storyline, but beyond that, it bears little to no significance in the grand scheme of things.
So yeah, even if it bears little to no significance, that's to include at least a little something to kind of make it fit, because that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a weird one to talk about because it doesn't exactly fit in where everything else fits in. So I don't know. Throwing a little bit of story in there, I guess, to make it work.
And other than random perk spawn, there isn't anything in specific about the gameplay that's noteworthy. It's a very basic map. There's no main Easter egg, there's no quest to get a wonder weapon, there's no buildables. Really, all you're working with is the mystery box, the 4 original perks, and Pack-a-Punch. Not even power. It's essentially a World at War map, but devoid of any sentimental or nostalgic charm. And to many players, it just isn't enough. Nuketown Zombies just doesn't pull enough weight. There just isn't enough to it.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the episodes, I don't even have very many memories on this map. So, I mean, being like a huge Zombies fan, I don't know what that says.
To be a good experience, which is understandable. But largely, I think Nuketown Zombies worked. I think what it was going for, it nailed. Nuketown is not one of my favorite Zombies maps. In fact, nowhere near one of my favorite Zombies maps. But I think it worked, despite all of the criticism and despite having little to no significance in the main zombie storyline. First, I think it's important to identify what this map was going for.
It's kind of like, like Town, even though that like fits in with Transit in the story. It's just like, it's just a small survival map that I feel like Treyarch was just given, the casual people because, we had Transit. And then, so here's a smaller, more casual experience, Nuketown, but it is actually a fairly difficult map if you don't know how to play it right.
What was Nuketown's intent? What was its purpose? Clearly not a story, and clearly not an expansive, intricate map. Based on its size and its simplicity, I think it's safe to assume that Nuketown was designed to be a bare-bones survival map. A small, condensed map with a decent amount of training space, but not a ton. You can tell that this map was designed, especially with a group of people, for pure chaos. It's a map that you hop on and don't necessarily expect to get too far. Round 50 is a stretch, and round 100 is damn near impossible. This map is very difficult. You're devoid of any extraordinary...
I like chaos maps, things like Nuketown. Obviously, I didn't play it much, but Verrucht is a very chaos-infused map that I like playing. Knockdown Totem can get pretty chaotic. I think it's really just these smaller, more condensed, older maps where you don't have much help. You don't have very many crutches to help you get through the rounds. Like you said, 50 is a stretch. 100 is pretty damn near impossible.
Wonder weapons. Sure, you got the ray gun and the ray gun Mark II, but you don't have an infinite damage behemoth of a wonder weapon like a thunder gun or something like that. You don't have those Black Ops 3 double pack-a-punch variants that serve infinite damage either. You have nothing that serves infinite damage. No wonder gadgets, no buildables, and again, aside from those ray guns, which drop off relatively quickly, you're relying on pack-a-punched bullet guns, which can only take you so far. All of these factors combined make this map certainly one of the more challenging maps ever and very chaotic with a group of people. You got zombies spawning from every angle of the map. You have people running around like chickens with their heads cut off, not knowing what to do. Only one person has a semi-reliable wonder weapon. The rest of us have bullet weapons, which are going to shit out. I was going to say, and
there's only really one like semi-reliable training area too. So if you have like 4 guys, like you can have one guy training in there, but the rest of those other teammates, like you said, are going to be running around with like chickens with their heads cut off.
Know when we're going to get each perk or pack-a-punch. They spawn in randomly on different rounds every single game. We could get Jug on round 5 or round 20, which naturally creates even more panic and more people downing. Basically, it's a clusterfuck, as is every bare-bones survival map. Every primitive, small map like this that doesn't have a ton to work with. And that is what Nuketown's intent was. That is what Nuketown's purpose is. A small, chaotic map. Again, it wasn't going for this massive...
to give us a small, chaotic map like Nuketown right next to a larger scale map like Transit. I think that is a good contrast between the releases there.
Innovative experience. What you see is what you get here. It's simple and straightforward. It doesn't have these overly complicated, drawn out, and tedious quests to get all of these specialists and wonder weapons and all of this bullshit we see in modern zombies. It doesn't waste an hour and a half of your time setting up. It doesn't bore you with these long, extraneous processes to get something in a virtual game. Really.
However, the perks, like if you need Jug, like you could be here at round 19 like he is, and still the Jug hasn't fallen from the sky. So that is not true. That could be a problem there.
What Nuketown is all about is fun. Nuketown is the ultimate fun map for me. Of course, every zombies map and video games in general are designed for fun and entertainment. I get that. I do have fun playing on every single
the most fun zombies map up there in the top left corner. So yeah, it's interesting that he thinks that. That's interesting.
You know who you are. But Nuketown is the epitome of fun.
Wait,
it's a mindless, crazy designed for fun and entertainment. I get that. I do have fun playing on every single zombies map. To a certain extent, you know who you are. But Nuketown is the epitome of fun. It's a mindless, crazy experience, especially designed for friends. Subjectively, in my own opinion, Nuketown is the most fun map of all time. It's nowhere near the best map of all time. It's actually likely one of the worst maps of all time. But again, it wasn't going for the best map of all time. It was
Damn,
going...
that sucks. 2 back-to-back worst maps of all time. We got Transit and Nuketown back-to-back. So far, Treyarch's not looking so hot at this point in time.
For a crazy fun map, you spawn in with a couple of quick, easy options.
But we played what we had available to us. Hopefully, we were thankful for it. I know I was. Still enjoyed it, because that's what we had.
Either save up for Galvanuckles,
Be
buy a
thankful for
wall
what
gun,
you got,
or save
guys.
up for the box. And when you spawn in, the first thing in your mind isn't to go turn on power or go through some sort of process. The first thing in your mind is survival. The fun begins immediately. You just go through the rounds, all the while fighting with your friends over territory. Who's going to train behind the greenhouse or the yellow house or in the middle? Who is going to open up the doors to get to Galvanuckles? The rounds are flying by, the zombies are getting faster, spawning in everywhere, and you're still praying for Jug. Random perk spawn is an absolute blessing and is probably one of the main reasons why this map is so fun. It's the anticipation.
So this is the first time I've heard someone, well, maybe not the first time, but one of the very few times that I've heard someone talk about the random perk spawn being a positive thing. He's saying that it's a blessing, it makes it more fun. I get that. I think that Shino Numa did it better, though. I think that waiting for something, because you can go and open up all the doors on Shino Numa and figure out what perks are where. Here, you literally have to wait for one of them to fall from the sky at a time. You know what I mean? So, again, you could be getting your Jug at round 20. It's sure, it's fun, makes replayability great, which I'm all about in maps. But I think that in comparison, which I don't know why I'm comparing these in the first place, but Shino Numa and Nuketown, I think Shino Numa did the random perk spawn better.
The element of surprise. It's the element of not knowing what you're going to get or when you're going to get it. It's sort of like gambling in a way. Admittedly, it can be very irritating not getting essential perks until far into the game. Statistically, you're bound to get fucked at least once or twice by a random perk spawn. But
subscribe for that quick revive. Subscribe for that quick revive.
I think it's a fresh breath of air. Rather than just walking up to the same location, getting the same perk and expecting it, random perk spawn gives that a little twist. After the first 25 rounds in this map, you'll already have had a blast and everything has already spawned in. It's just a very fun and simple map. And there's also something to be said about how relieving it is knowing you're not going to get some sort of infinite damage weapon that easily takes you to round 100, bordering some sort of game crash. There's something relieving knowing that you're gonna die before round 40. You're so much more dependent on your own skill on a map like Nuketown than on a lot of other maps with overpowered wonder weapons and gobblegum. This map is simplistic beauty, and
this map is going to be all about endurance and how long you can do the same thing over and over again, which a lot of these survival maps are pretty much that way anyways. So, I mean,
is the most fun map in my opinion. With a simple and quick map is a simple and quick analysis. There really isn't much to chew off of Nuketown Zombies. There really just isn't.
Knocked.
I've thought about this for a while. There are other bare bones survival maps similarly to Nuketown, but I think what makes Nuketown better than those maps is the fact that you actually stand a chance, the fact that you actually have perks and a wonder weapon. On a map like Bus Depot, you have no perks. There's a lot less space. You essentially don't stand a chance. Nuketown has a little bit to work with, but not a ton, which is why the map is so difficult and so chaotic and fun, if we're being entirely honest. I could have said a lot of mean things about Nuketown, and I could have shat on it a little bit because, honestly, it's a poorly designed map for zombies.
I think that, it's contrast. You could sit here, like he's saying, you could sit here and say a lot of mean things about Nuketown, but you could also say some pretty good things about Nuketown. I think it has a good balance of good and bad, which makes it just a pretty average survival map that they're giving us to contrast Transit. So I think that, I think that's a great
was a
Great
good
point.
multiplayer map. But I decided to be optimistic about Nuketown and try to dig something out of not a lot. But hey, it's a $5 bonus map. The experience you're getting out of it is indicative of that. Let me know what you think of Nuketown Zombies down below in the comments section. Do you think a remaster of this is a good idea? Because Treyarch has flirted around with the idea of doing it. I don't know if they would actually want to. But let me know what you think.
I don't think we need Nuketown again. We don't need Nuketown again in like multiplayer. We don't need Nuketown again in zombies. I think Nuketown. I mean, again, and these videos, on Tim's channel that we're taking a look at, they're old videos. So these are old questions that he's asking. But to answer them now in 2023, no, I don't think we need any more remasters of this map. I think that the 7 billion remasters that we have of Nuketown is quite enough. If you guys disagree, which you guys very well may disagree, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear you guys' opinion on Nuketown in general. It doesn't even have to be zombies. Like, what do you think? Has this map kind of overstayed its welcome? I kind of think it has. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like on it. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're a zombies fan. That's pretty much all we do over here. I do post other stuff every once in a while. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.